Okay, welcome, my friends, and we are live. So, welcome back to chasingfinancialfreedom.me, the new channel where we talk about the stock market and what is going on. We do market analysis, we do daily stock trading, we are going to do a small account challenge, and of course, you are going to be able to see everything. But let us look at, first of all, let us look at the most important part of the stock market. And now let us look the Nasdaq. And you can see clearly, this is the daily chart. You can see clearly here we of course have had the stock crash of March, the crisis, and we were in the Nasdaq at 70. So we fell from 120 points to 71, 72, and that was actually a big crash. So we lost almost half of the index value, and of course all of the other stocks went the same route. And then after that we've seen a big recovery, and now you can see here that we are staying slightly in one channel. Here you can see that there is actually a slight downtrend. You can see here that we have lower highs and lower lows. This usually means that we are in a downtrend. It might actually mean that we are in a downtrend, or it may mean that we are moving sideways. You have to know or to remember that the market usually moves sideways, and that's important for our stock trading. Here you can see clearly that we bounced off the 50-day moving average, and since then we regained 9 points, which is good. Let's see the dividend 5.5. Interesting. So that's if you actually went on to buy the index. Here you can see that the Nasdaq usually, if you see the MACD, we usually move about this line. So we usually are in this upper side, at least for this year. And here you can see that based on the volume, here we had a big volume day. So here was the big sell-off, and this, it does not look like a sell-off, but it looks like more a sideways movement. Here you can see that the selling pressure has intensified, and here you can see that we are going up, but the volume is not as big, even though that's only one indicator. So that's the same Nasdaq, and here we have the QQQ. Here you can look, something similar is happening, even though it looks like a little bit of an upper trend. If you see here, you could say that we are a little bit on an uptrend. Of course, in the stock market you never know, and stocks tend to act however they like all the time. So here it does look like that we bounced off this 390 points and we've moved up, and of course traders, the bulls, are looking to this line, the 406, which we've not been able to break. Then we have the spider, of course, the S&P 500 trust, and here you can see that we've had an uptrend. Here we had something that looks like two tops, and it looks like that we are slightly moving down, you can see here. But let's remove the drawings and tell me, what does it look like to you? Here of course was a small sell-off, you can look at here, and here we have the top. So here we had the upper shadow, which we were not able to break. So here we can actually see that the stock market could not get about that, but that was the high. So we've moved down a little bit of pressure. You can see here that it is a big candle, so we moved down on big candle, and it, for this moment here we are at some important phase. So either we're going to move up, or we're going to go down to here, to this support line, and here to this 452 line. We will see, of course, what will happen. The small caps, the Russell, so here you can see that for the past almost the whole year, so the past 9 months, we have been moving sideways. Of course, from last September we had a big move up. Now we've managed to break this upper resistance that we were not able to break for almost 9 months, and here you can see that we are actually a little bit on an uptrend, which was broken. Here we have some bigger lower shadows, which means that we could be actually moving up in the near future. Of course we know that the Russell or these shares are very low, and also their valuation is very low, so there are still great opportunities if you're coming now into the market. Here Bitcoin, you can see that we have broken this downtrend, and here you can see that we've had the support line and we are moving. There was a big move here, and here you can see that we have a new resistance line. We will see if Bitcoin is going to be able to break this line. Other than that, you can see 3 good days. So about the stocks, we have a lot of selling pressure. Almost every stock is in the red except for the big gainers, for example Vir, which produces monoclonal antibodies. It's an interesting stock. It was trending lower, but now with this news we actually broke this downtrend and we are moving up. Here Longeveron, some stocks from the past. Moderna has had a interesting day. You can see here that we moved up. There was a big break to 375. We've lost a lot on the day. In the 1 minute chart you can see here. So we've had one dip and then bounce, and then another dip and another bounce, and from there on we've had pretty much an upper trend the whole day. And here look, so here was the uptrend, and here we moved from bullishness to bearishness. Here there is on 1 minute the 200 moving average, so here we will probably bounce back up, but at the moment we are actually looking bearish at the moment, even though we still believe that there is still plenty of room to grow. Interesting, the car manufacturing are moving up, like Riot, Lee. Excuse me. Okay, Mara, of course, following the coins. Tesla, something interesting doing with Tesla. Here we see the RSI is very low, but the price is actually still high. We have some lower highs, but we still have some higher lows. So depends on the market, because Tesla is in the S&P. Here you can see that we have had a big move up, and then a retracement, and then another pull up. So Tesla, we have to remember that Tesla was almost moving sideways the whole year, and we had this 200-day moving average as our line. And here you can see here was a big move, almost the same as here. And you could probably say that if something bigger is going to happen in the market, we will probably see Tesla. If we are not able to break this line here, we are probably going to see Tesla moving a little bit down, and here we should see a break. Or if we go down here, we should see a bounce back at the 800. Let's see drawings, and here that's that for today. Of course, Meta platforms, Facebook. Here there is still a slight uptrend, and here we have some bigger resistance, of course, big tech, and here we have some upper resistance. We will see when we're going to break this. Here is the place that Meta is moving every day. Let's look at Twitter, CEO stepping down, and here you can see a big red candle. That was the sell-off, and Twitter once again went down the MACD, and the RSI went low, so we are currently at 24, and the lowest we were actually at 17, and it was here. So after the bad results, but after that we have some bad news, and then we skyrocketed up. So it would be safe to assume that Twitter is not going to go bankrupt in the near future. So hope you enjoyed this live stream, and until next time, best of luck in the stock market.